Thursday, so maybe you're heading off for a big lunch or a big dinner. And if you're going to a buffet, well, you've got to hear what Diane Gottsman has to say before you head out. She is our etiquette expert. And I didn't realize that there were do's and don'ts when you go to a buffet.
There's do's and don'ts for everything.
Okay, well, I think I may violate some of these policies here. Okay, the first thing is the one that I have the biggest issue with. Don't confuse the word buffet with all you can eat.
That's right.
They're not one and the same?
No, they are not. Unless you're going to an all-you-can-eat buffet restaurant. So when you're going to a networking event or you're going to a wedding or a party,
okay,
I always say to have a little snack before you go so you are not starving, Leslie, and make a beeline straight to the buffet and not leave there.
Okay, so that's different, though. I can see like at a wedding or some formal event like that. But if I'm going to, a restaurant where I'm paying a certain flat fee, that's okay.
So let's not confuse the word buffet. We're not talking today about buffet at a restaurant buffet. We're talking about when you go to an event, a fundraiser, a wedding, some kind of social event.
Oh,
that's the kind of buffet
phew,
we're talking
about. All right,
about.
I thought I was going to be on your bad side because I do all these things wrong. That makes more sense. And then you also say only one plate per person. You can't stack them up.
Have you ever? No, you cannot stack your plates up. Have you ever gone to an event and you hear someone say, "Oh, well, I'm getting one for my daughter," and they don't even have a daughter, or "I'm getting one for my, for my husband." So you go through the buffet yourself and take only one plate at a time.
Okay, I can handle that. That means you can still go back with another plate later on.
You can go back for more, yes.
And you also say don't cut in line, even if you just want like a condiment that's in the middle of everyone.
Ask yourself, how bad do I really need that mustard, or do I want that mustard? Because you're going to be insulting and irritating people trying to reach through and get that little piece of bread, that extra piece of bread or mayonnaise.
Okay, so just leave it there or just wait until the line goes down.
Right.
Oh, this is a big one that does bug me. Don't go against traffic, the flow of traffic.
It's terrible. It's like a little fish swimming upstream.
Right.
So, just wait your turn. Those that are going against traffic are usually the ones that are way too hungry and way too greedy. So get back in line. Always wait for everyone to go through the buffet line one time before you go back through it.
Okay. Also, you say that you should always set your drink down before you go through the line.
Because it's very difficult. You see people holding a drink, trying to manipulate their utensils, going through the line. So put your drink down where you want to sit, and then go through the line.
Okay, and if there's not a place to sit, what do you do?
Well, you're in trouble.
Get someone to hold it.
Put your drink down at the little table, the little bistro table. Usually, if they're a good host, they prepared something for you to eat, to stand and eat someplace.
And there's also a little bit of personal space you got to remember about. Say, back up, give the other person in front of you a little extra room.
You do not want to feel the breath of the person behind you. So, leave a little space.
Okay. Also, you say hold your napkin and your utensil in your left hand.
Well, we often don't know what to do with our utensils. So you take your utensils, wrap up your napkin, hopefully they've done it for you, and then hold your plate with your left hand while you serve yourself with the right. That way you're not holding the utensils right, having to move them over. Now what do you do with your plate?
Right, it's very tricky. Yeah. You just remember a few things and then it'll be easier to get your food as you're moving through the buffet.
People are going to like you more as you go through that line.
This is another one that I would never do, and that is grazing in line, that you're eating as you're tasting to make sure you want that on your plate.
But people do. They take a little snack, a little nibble, or they have their plate and they take a little bite from their plate and then they serve themselves while they're waiting. So, just think about it.
Just wait a little while, a few minutes until you get to your table. You'll be okay. And you say you should always make a separate trip to the dessert table?
So, in other words, your vegetables, your prime rib, your chicken legs, and then your banana pudding all on the same plate. Separate the plates. Go back for dessert afterwards. And don't use the same plate every time you go.
Also, that's a rule, I would think, in most establishments that serve food, that you can't use your same plate to go back again, especially if you're going back through the main line. And you also say no doggy bags when it comes to buffets.
Don't ask for to-go or doggy bags, because normally you're asking because you're loading up, going once through the buffet one more time. So that's just a no.
Okay, some good tips to remember the next time you've got a big event that you're going to. Maybe it's a wedding or a business function. Just knowing a few of these tips will make you the hit of the networking event that you're at. And of course, if you have any questions or would like to learn more about the services and also the classes that Diane has, and you can go to our website there at psotx.com.